Alrighty, so welcome boys, welcome to the official broadcast. From this point forward, we will not be making any cuts, nothing like that. So if you guys are brand new here, so this is the first official 1v1.LOL Summer League. So this is the first time I'm actually hosting for this Summer League. So this isn't technically the actual league itself. These are some test events we're going to be hosting throughout May. This is going to be going through the first few weekends of May and everything like that. So if you guys want to participate in these are wide open for you guys to join into to the Discord down into the description down below. We will be doing broadcasts like this. I'm not personally streaming right now. I will be streaming starting next week's events and stuff like that for the test events. So if you guys want to go ahead and register for the official league that begins after June 1st, well, actually begins on June 1st with our league draft, which is when the signups close. And then, of course, we have the league that begins right after June 1st after the draft. So if you guys want to go ahead and register into that, we have a $550 prize pool with a $50 midseason event and a $500 grand final. So you guys will most definitely not want to miss it. And if you guys want to go ahead and support all these people that have been putting work into this, such as myself and my amazing staff who has helped me put all this together, you guys will most definitely will want to drop a like and sub. Go ahead and check out our affiliates and sponsors links down in the description down below, and investors as well. But anyways, boys, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and look into our first official matchups. We'll be looking into the bracket. We'll be looking at the teams that are all participating today, making some predictions and stuff like that while the matches are going on. We are running a little bit late today, so we are going to be going ahead and heading straight into it. So let's go ahead, without further ado, get into the bracket and the official matchups. Okay, guys, so as you guys can see here on screen, our very first matchups are going to be between, or not our very first match, these are the participants. So basically, we did have a dropout as of right now, which would be Volt's team. So Volt's team will not be a part of this. That includes Shy, Zycrin, and Volt. So we have Coach NSJ, Hormy, Vibes, Kreta, Zix, Aimprod on another team, someone, Uwe, Shinx on one team, Akira, Drum, Void on another team, David, Darks, and Akraf on another team, and then we have Lai, JBTWs, and Tonka. So these are all the official teams that will be participating in this official matchups here. And now we're going to go ahead and head into the official brackets. Before we go to the brackets, actually, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my official prediction. So I officially predict that we will be seeing, I believe, Kreta, Zix, and Aimprod win this tournament. I do have a close second team. I'm trying not to be biased here. This is just based on what I've seen in the past. This is our first event back, so I don't know if people have been or got washed or anything like that, but that's just based off of what I've seen before in previous performances from these players. So that's my official prediction here in this official broadcast. So we're going to go ahead and head into the actual bracket. Okay, guys, so we are officially here in the official bracket. So as you guys can see here, I do have it kind of blocked, I guess you could say, by the thing. But the official bracket, I'm going to go ahead and shrink this a little bit. Okay, so the official bracket should be right here on screen right here. So we have the first matchup was actually not going to happen since those players did not show, so we're going to go ahead and advance them. So this is going to be a first to three for every single matchup. So if you guys want to go ahead and stick around, because this is going to be a very quick and easy tournament to run. So our first matchup is going to go ahead and bounce over to someone, Uguay, Shinx versus Coach NSJ, Ormy, and Darks. So we're going to go ahead and pass out those codes here in just a second. So once these codes go out, guys, we're going to be going ahead and starting out with the first matchup. I did want to have the first matchup set up already, but unfortunately, since that one of the first teams did drop out, we unfortunately had to work around that, and now we are going to go ahead and set everything up for that next matchup. And I'll go ahead and talk to you guys in between. These are basically how the broadcasts are going to be going. It's pretty much going to be treated like a live stream where I'm kind of just chatting with the people who are watching the official broadcast on YouTube at Elite Raiders. So if you guys want to check this out, make sure you guys share the link and stuff like that everywhere you guys can. And we're going to be going ahead and sharing this code now. So we're going to go ahead and share it with one player from each team. So it's going to be someone. And Uguay, I believe. NSJ, sorry. NSJ. Okay. Tonka and everybody else. Okay, so guys, we officially have this set up to where we have the codes officially out and going. So, pretty much without further ado, we're going to go ahead and cover all of this in the background here. We're going to go ahead and full screen this back to normal. And we're going to go ahead and head back over here. And now we're going to go ahead and just wait on the official matchups and everything to actually show up. So we're going to go ahead and head into our broadcast face cam and go ahead and chat a little bit about what to expect from this official matchup that we have here, and you know, kind of see what's going to come out of it. Okay, guys, so I honestly don't know who's going to really take this one. I mean, if I really had to try to guess out of these two teams, I believe that someone, Uguay and Shinx, is going to come out on top. But I believe it's going to be a very close matchup. I don't think this one's going to really be a clean wipe or anything like that. I mean, these players are insanely good. Even if they aren't insanely good, they are still mechanically skilled enough to go ahead and get carried into that next round where they are, you know, as long as they have that team synergy. I believe that Coach NSJ, Hormy, and Darts can go ahead and come out on top, but I don't know. I've heard that they are not using a mic between each other, so I don't know how that's going to go, but they're just going to have to hope that this 3v3 does officially go off. But like I said, guys, this is a 3v3 tournament, and we were going to run a 4v4, but we didn't have enough people at the time, so we just ran 3v3. And it actually came up very nicely with the signups. So we're going to go ahead and officially get started with this. Okay, so we have a few pings here and everything like that. Yes. Okay. Okay, so we have a bunch of people trying to ping about the Zycrane team, the Volt team not showing up. So we got that officially squared away and dealt with. Okay, people asking dumb questions that are very easily answered by just reading. So we do have Coach NSJ, which his stream will actually be linked, or his stream socials will be linked down in the description down below. He is the official stream host for today, as I am not streaming myself. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this all goes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 people in here so far. We are missing one more person. So once we get that last person in here, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so NSJ, I believe that Darks is Wooter. So we're going to have to go ahead and see once this officially comes out and what's going on. So I'm going to also have to turn off Discord notifications because it just keeps blasting every single time somebody messages for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Actually not sure here. Let me go ahead and figure this out real quick, boys. Okay. I'm not exactly sure. It should be under notifications, I believe. Turn off desktop notifications. Thank God. Get that off. Okay, there we go. Desktop notifications are off, so we won't be getting sounds of all of this going off all at once. So we do have 6 people in the lobby currently, so I believe that the teams are ready to go. So we're going to be going ahead and starting here in just a second. But just before we begin, like I said, guys, I said that Uguay's team was going to be taking it over on top. So we will have to see who officially does come out on top, and hopefully my prediction is correct, because obviously your boy wants to be 100% when it comes to guessing. So we're just going to have to see how this all turns out. But long story short, guys, let's go ahead and head into the gameplay as we go ahead and head into the official matchup that's going to begin just right about in a second here. Sorry, guys. I have to actually plug in the right controller. That way I can move around and, you know, as a host and switch spectating. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and we'll see you guys in the matchup here in just a second. Okay, guys, so we are officially into our very first matchup here. So this is going to be very interesting. We're going to have to see how this turns out. So your boy's going to go ahead and jump off here. Okay, boys, so there have been no timers set for this official shoot time. So we are testing quite a few different things out across the next couple of weeks, starting with today. And it looks like we already had action go down a little early here. So it looks like some players are already going to be going down fairly early. We're going to be having Wooter, who is Darks, so I just got to put that as a mental note. And then obviously in the future, guys, make sure if you guys do participate in these, you guys have your name or your Discord name as the official in-game name. That way you guys can go ahead and it's easier for me to commentate because I know a lot more people by name. But I will be calling a Wooter from time to time instead of Darks, I don't know. But right now we do have NSJ dropping on down from the high ground here. So we're going to be seeing whether or not NSJ can go ahead and come out on top compared to everybody else here. I mean, I believe he's in a 2v2 situation. It might be 2v3. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I believe it's a 2v2 at this point. So we do have a snipe shot coming up from someone. Going to connect from the low ground right there. Getting a nice little peek from the backside. Obviously taking advantage of that high ground. That high ground just, sometimes if you just take the very wrong peaks there up on high ground, it's just there's very much a lot of punishment that can be done from that low ground area, especially with snipers. Snipers are just so deadly in this game, and especially where not a lot of weapons are really banned. Heavy snipers are really going to dominate towards the high ground area when it comes to peaks. So obviously we have a player coming on up, and I believe that's someone who's trying to make his way on up, possibly boosting through. We're going to see what this official move is going to be here. We got someone and NSJ and Shinx and Wooter still all in it, so a 2v2 situation. We got the zone going on, so we're going to be checking for zone glitch. So it looks like one player is going to go down. We got a siphon. Nobody's got zone glitch here. Everybody's taking for HP, but it looks like someone's going to go down, and that Wooter, who is Darks, is going to be taking game one. So game one's going to be going on over to Darks and Wooter, Darks, NSJ, and Vibes for this first game. So we're going to be seeing whether or not they're going to be going ahead and taking it all and absolutely screwing my prediction that I had for this first matchup here of this bracket. So we're just going to have to see how this all goes, guys. And let's go ahead and get into the next matchup. We're going to be going like a fireball, like firecracker, back to back to back. Obviously, I'll be drinking water between. Your boy's trying his best to be loud and vocal and make sure the broadcast is at its absolute best. Okay, so we are here into the second game. So game two officially, guys, of this first matchup. And as you guys do know, NSJ's team is currently up 1-2-0. Sorry also if you guys hear creaking chair in the background. Where I'm at right now, this chair is not great whatsoever. When I got here, it was literally creaking like hell. I believe it's a really old chair. I will be getting that fixed somewhat soon when I get a new chair. So we'll have to see how all that goes. But anyways, we have some early action already. So players already going down. A lot of players going down. So it seems like they just let the trade like first early matchups. Usually they only want to trade one person from one team. But it looks like they're going to be trading one from each team each round, and Wooter going to be taking a lot of damage. So it seems like Darcy's going to be controlling that high ground. Someone going to be tagging him up as he falls, connecting 246 headshots. Absolutely amazing shots coming out from someone there. So we got Shinx looking on up. So Shinx going to be trying his best to climb on up towards that high ground. NSJ getting a couple shots down. And now we've got NSJ going ahead and trying to get the snipe shot, but he's going to get chopped by someone and Shinx. So someone in Shinx's team is going to be going ahead and taking game number 2 here. So we're going to be going ahead and advancing into game number 3. So it's currently 1-1, boys. Like I said, I believe that someone's team was going to be the winners of this, but we don't know. This could be an absolute curveball. We don't know how this is going to go. With FFA events, it's usually very different compared to bracket events. So, of course, it's been a while since I've seen these guys play in a 3v3 or a 4v4 bracket type matchups compared to having FFA events and stuff like that. So we're going to be having to see how these players adjust to these bracket events. So we're going to be going ahead and heading into the next game now. So we have game 1, games 2, and now we are on to our game 3 here. We're going to be seeing who comes out on top. We're going to be going ahead and jumping off the side right here. Okay, guys, so we have NSJ moving his way on up, going to be trying his best to just not die here, as usually only or one of the players does get picked off here between each round. So it looks like Vibe's going to be trying to take an early engagement. It seems like there's a mid-ground battle going on between Vibes and the other player from the other team, and they're usually the first ones that go out, but they usually both trade for each other. So we're going to have to see how this turns out, as Vibes playing a little bit less aggressively than the last rounds compared to how it was before. So gonna have to see how this goes. So we got Uguay's team on the high ground, as we've got Uguay, but Uguay gonna drop down. No, I believe his teammate edited it or chopped him by accident with an edit while he edited down. I believe the double edit actually cut off those builds. I'm not exactly sure. It could have been him just not building in time to catch himself, but not exactly sure. Looks like Shinx is trying to chop all the way into the back. So weird strategy being played here is Shinx seeing possibly a hole that he can exploit here and possibly chop all those builds down. I mean, I don't really think this is possible, but I mean, we're just going to have to see, because they are all the way up there. I believe someone's role right now is just to try to shut all this down. Oh no, we're experiencing some lag. I don't know what's going on with the game right now. There we go. Sorry, guys. I believe it's my bad Wi-Fi right now that is causing these issues. Like I said, next week, everything will be different with streams and stuff like that. Better Wi-Fi. But it looks like Shinx and someone is going to be coming out with the dub here. So it looks like the final player who was on low ground. So it doesn't look like that other plan to shoot the players down from the high ground didn't really pan out exactly. So we're going to have to see how this next matchup goes, as it is now 2-1. And we're going to be heading into game number 4. So we're going to be seeing how this all turns out. So now we're loaded back in the lobby. If everybody is still here, yes, indeed we are. So it's currently 2-1. You'll be seeing if this is potentially the final game between these two teams, or seeing if someone of my prediction is actually going to come true for this official first matchup. Alrighty, well, they shot me, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Kills don't really count since it's not an FFA event. I also believe that's another reason why it's beautiful to host these, because FFA events, you don't have to count down or penalize anybody for having the hosting. But anyways, instead enough yapping, as we got 100 and then a 200 tag coming out from Darks here, taking out Uguay fairly early, catching him off guard on the back of his tart, going down super early here. Now we got NSJ trying his best to climb on up, trying to go ahead and gain an advantage up onto these players here. So NSJ continuing to move on up, trying to get up to someone. I believe, yeah, that is someone up on the high ground. So NSJ versus someone here. As of right now, we do have a 2v2 or a 3v2, I believe, situation here. NSJ's team in the advantage, since Uguay did go down fairly early. All right, so we got a little fight going on here down the low ground, but it looks like Dart's going to be clutching up, taking out Shinx. Shinx going down, so going to be seeing if Dart's can clutch the 1v2. Alrighty, but it looks like he's actually going to disengage there. So the other player's going to disengage from that 2v1 situation as it turned into a 1v1. Playing it a little bit safe, probably the smart move there. And then we got NSJ taking a couple of tags, getting those important tags down. Even just a little 46 can matter so much later on, but it looks like those players are going to trade. And now that's going to be NSJ's team getting a clean sweep up onto someone's team, keeping the series alive. Now down to a 2-2 series, and now we're going to be seeing the final results after this next game. So, like I said, guys, if you guys would like to support this and you guys are enjoying what you guys are watching, go ahead and drop a like and sub down into the channel. You guys are most definitely going to want to. If you guys don't, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, we're trying our best to bring the best events here. So if you guys want to go ahead and continue to support, make sure you guys do that. I'm always going to continuously say something like that, so you guys are most definitely going to want to figure all that out. And you know, if you guys are continuing to not follow, make sure you guys follow. Even if you guys go to Twitch, anything matters when it comes to promotion and stuff like that. Doesn't really matter when it comes to any type of support. You could even be a comment. I don't even care. Even if you guys don't enjoy this, if you guys are here just watching, just try to drop some type of engagement, so I know that you guys are actually actively watching these events, and you guys are actually actively trying to keep up with the storylines, the league draft, the summer league, everything related to what we are hosting here today and what we are going to be hosting here later into the summertime. So now we are heading into the final game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing who's going to be going and winning this official matchup here. Okay, guys. So we've got NSJ. NSJ, or last round, he actually did grab an Elim last round. Or I believe he was the one who was Elim, my bad. He was the one who got Elim last round in that 2v1 situation. So now we're going to be trying to see if he can go ahead and catch back up and try to catch up into the win column. Or actually, now that I think about it, I actually had that wrong. That was not him. That was in that 2v1 situation. That was another player from the other team. Sorry about that. They had a clean sweep last round, getting the other rounds confused with them. But it looks like a player's going to go down early. But now a player getting up into the box, and that's Darks taking out Shinx. So I believe it's a 3v1 situation here. We have a 3v1 heading into the final game. So it's literally a full team gang up onto someone. It looks like my prediction might actually have some bad luck here, as someone is the last person who is going to be alive on his team. So, someone going to be tarping ahead, just building as much as he can. He knows that he can only be chopped if they can go ahead and get all those builds down with unlimited builds in 1v1.LOL. You guys know that people most definitely will take advantage of that, and like someone is right here, and he's going to be going ahead and dropping on down while all those players climb on up, so he might have outplayed them there. I believe he's going to try to lure these players into a 1v1, one at a time, and then trying to see if he could pick them off one by one. But it looks like someone, I mean, this is an extremely valiant effort. Even if he goes down here, I mean, he's trying his absolute best. He's got a player in his wall. He does get hit, but he's still alive. He's still kicking. And now we got a player up on the high ground. He's full HP. We got a lot of players here. So he was full HP, and unfortunately, someone did not get an Elim. So he was going to go down anyways. So just a heads up, if we do have zone glitch in the future and it does matter to the player's HP, we will go ahead and redo that round. But he did not have zone glitch, or he did have zone glitch, but in that situation, it would not have affected the match. Therefore, that is the final. And apparently, I have very bad luck. So we're going to be going ahead and checking out the bracket and checking out our very next matchup, and then passing out codes, and then moving on into the very next thing that's going to be coming up here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and check out those new brackets. GG's on over to someone's team, as they have been eliminated, and NSJ's team does advance here. So let's go ahead, and I'll see you guys over in the bracket area. Okay, guys, so we are officially here back at the bracket. So the bracket here, we're going to be advancing these teams and moving them along. So it looks like someone's team is going to be going down here, but they did get 2 wins, so they do get those under the win column, but unfortunately, just not enough, as they only got 2 compared to the 3 that the other team got, so they're going to be advancing. Now we're going to be having I'd Rather Lie, JBTW's Tonka versus David, Darks, and Akraf. So we're going to be going ahead and passing out those codes here shortly. Of course, if we have some no-shows, we will go ahead and pass on to the next official matchup. So we'll go ahead and also save this, so that way the bracket is updated for all the people that are checking this out, all the players and the finalists and stuff like that. And of course, we will post these official brackets at the very end of the event. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and start off with that. So I will meet you guys on over back at the broadcast table. Okay, guys, we're going to be going ahead and passing this over. So we have, I believe this is Tonka, so we're going to be sending a certain person the code. Believe they do not have open DMs, so this might be an issue here. One quick second. I believe his name is I'd Rather Lie. Hopefully that one works, because okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to be going ahead and creating a brand new code here. Okay. And we're going to be going ahead and passing to another trio, which is David's trio. So we got David right here as well. And we're going to be going ahead and heading into the next official matchup here. So once all this goes on, we're going to be going ahead. So at finalists, match 1 was a auto move on match due to Shy's team not showing. And match 2 win goes to Coach NSJ's team. Match 3 will begin few minutes. Okay. Also, we'll be giving out the code to the official broadcaster as well. Obviously, that needs to be done. Okay, let's go ahead and now we got all these passed out. So we do have all these people actually putting their official names, so the correct names. I believe David is Oreo. Oreo is David. I remember that. I will try to remember that. I'll try to keep that in my mind. But yes, we have everybody joining on up and into the lobby. So of course, once everybody goes ahead and joins in, we will go ahead and swap. And I believe we are ready to swap on over to the official page. So if you guys, once again, like I said, I'm going to keep saying this throughout the entire broadcast. Hit that like and sub if you guys are enjoying this so far. If you guys are still here in the video, go ahead and drop that. Let's go ahead and head into the Nets matchup here and see what players are here and seeing what this Nets matchup is. Okay, guys, so we are officially here. So this is the official 1v1.LOL Summer League, and we are officially into the second round of or technically third round of matchups in our first official test event for the, I guess you could say, preseason of Summer League leading up into the Summer League. So we're going to be seeing how this all goes. I believe we have an extra player in here. Oh, no, that's NSA, sorry. That is our official streamer host that's going to be sitting off to the sidelines, going ahead and recording all or streaming this content for this. Alrighty. Just a quick second. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we did have a little bit of a hiccup here. So we're going to be going ahead and kicking out Darks. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. I believe everybody is not here yet. So we're going to be going ahead and checking in and seeing what's going on. That's... Okay. So, Darks is not supposed to be here. Oh wait, no, I believe Darks is supposed to be here. Okay, yeah, he is supposed to be here. Sorry, guys. Just a clarification, he is supposed to be here. Okay, so we are ready to move on. Everybody is ready here. Top goes. Okay, so we have 1, 2. So we should have 8 in here because the host and then the streamer host. So I believe the streamer host is on a different team. I'm on a different team, and these guys are all on their own teams. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and begin. Of course, we're going to set that champ level to 0. That's an absolute must. Anyways, boys, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you guys drop a like and sub, and let's go ahead and head into the first game here of this third round. So we are probably going to be shortening some of these early rounds. I'm noticing that the broadcasts are probably going to take a little long. I also don't want the videos to be super long. So of course, for these test events, we'll be going ahead and making these a little bit shorter for you guys. That way, the broadcast, you guys aren't sitting here for a couple of hours, more than an hour. My goal is to at least have these be under an hour, around like 45 minutes a piece when it comes to per event. So we will have to see how this officially goes. So your boy's going to be eliminated here. And we've got the official matchups here. So we've got Ziggy going ahead and trying to get into this box here. So he's going to get that elim. That's going to be Darts going down first here. So from my prediction, I believe that Dark's team is going to win only because I know more about them, and Tonka's team is kind of like a randoms to me. I haven't really seen that much from them, but we're just going to have to see how this officially comes out. Okay, so it looks like David's team going to be getting the first win here. So that's going to be Dark, David, and Pop God getting the first dub here. And that's going to be 1-0 in the series so far. So we're going to be heading into the next one. Ziggy did have 2 eliminations. So, I mean, he did try to clutch up. And unfortunately, he was not able to clutch up against the final player. I believe I was one of those eliminations. So possibly, no, just one. Sorry. Yeah, just one elimination. Sorry about that. Just to clarify, he did eliminate me. So that's why there was 2 more players still alive at the end on the other team. Now that everybody's back in the lobby, let's go ahead and head into game number 2. So like I said, guys, if you guys ever want to go ahead and check out our other streamer or broadcasters links, we will have them down in the description down below. You guys should most definitely go check them out. But for the most part, I will be streaming most of these events when I can, of course. So we'll be seeing how this all turns out. So game 1 obviously did go to David's team. So that's a 1-0 so far, guys, if you guys are wondering about the official score here in the broadcast at this point. Okay, so we have an early elim. Oh, sorry, that's the streamer host going down. I got to keep track of that. NSJ is not participating in this round. Okay, so it looks like JBTWs is getting tagged up from the high ground here. This is going to be Pop God sitting up here. We got Ziggy doing quite a bit of damage from the high ground. Or not Ziggy, that was Darks, my bad. Darks and Pop Go. Okay, so Ziggy going to be trying his best to move along here. 205 coming out from Ziggy, so not a bad shot here. Another shot as well coming out. So that's going to be quite a few shots coming out from those matchups here. And that's going to be game number 2 going on down. And that's going to be a win for the other team. So now we got a 1-1 series, guys. It can go anybody's way. These first matches have actually been pretty interesting, considering the fact that, you know, a lot of these players, I haven't even really seen them play in a long time, or I've never actually even seen them play. So just noticing that the competition is going to be tight, even in these early stages of people coming back to the game and the game being dead, or people going and playing the game some more. This is just a very interesting matchup, just to say the least. And I'm going to go ahead and check out the Discord. One of my moderators is pinging me about something going on, so let's go ahead and check this out real quick. If it's not anything important, we'll go ahead and skip it. Let's see. Okay, so we already have cheating accusations, boys. Cheating accusations to start off. So I don't know how this is going to be handled here. I believe we're going to let this play out. I'm not exactly sure. Let's go ahead and let's see, add Ziggy. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go ahead and head into the next one here. Alright, here we go. Currently, the score is 1-1. So obviously, if someone is blatantly cheating, of course, we will make sure to remove them from the cup. We don't want people blatantly cheating sitting in here. That's just a big no. That's not something that we need to happen. That's not something that we want to happen. We have actually made a pretty good system, and I'm not going to say what the system is, but we have made a pretty good system that is going to help weed out these cheaters, and especially during these test event days, if they cheat, it's going to be a lot easier to get rid of them before these actual cash events, and we'll have months before even, or like full month before even the cash event does happen. So these prizes won't be handed out to cheaters, and hopefully we don't have any cheaters on the official competition once we officially start with the league after June 1st. So we're going to have to see here. Obviously, we're going to try to keep this as clean as possible. Let's go ahead and head into the next matchup here. So currently the score is 1-1, so we're going to have to see how this officially turns out. Of course, we will be keeping an eye on some of these players. So just letting you guys know, I will be doing like a lot of informationals throughout the broadcast and stuff like that, because there are a lot of explanation videos we are also going to be putting out, and I'll also be talking about this a little bit as well as we advance through the broadcast and everything like that. So we're going to die here. Okay, so we've got quite a bit happening here, and we've got a player, that's Ziggy, going down, and that's Ziggy going down fairly early here. A lot of players going down. I believe it's just Tonka and JBTW's. Oh no, it's actually a 2v1 situation. It's just Darks remaining on his team. So we actually did miss quite a bit, so we're going to have to try to die a little bit quicker next time, guys. Okay, so Dark's going to be trying his best to move ahead. Oh, Darks. Okay, he's going to try to get the shot off, but doesn't get it off, and unfortunately, Darks is going to go down. JBTWs, and that's going to be 2-1 at this current point, so we're going to have to see. Each of those players got an elim that round, so we're going to have to see how officially this does turn out between these two teams. Like I said, I believe that the other team is going to win, Darks' team is going to win, so we're going to have to see if that official prediction does officially come true. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and continue to go through this. Like I said, guys, we will be reviewing people after the event, because we don't want to waste time in getting people into a screen share and then having to come back later in the tournament to do a bracket. And especially if somebody's actually not cheating, we don't want to go ahead and ban them and then they'll be eliminated from the test event. We'd like to play it out. And of course, if they are blatantly cheating, we will disqualify them at that point. So we'll continue to, keep an eye on it, stuff like that. So here we go, heading into the next one now, guys. So we've got this next matchup going on here. If you guys are enjoying this content, like I said before, I will say it again, like and sub down below. And make sure you guys check out the links in the description down below. Check out my socials. Check out the official league socials. Check out anything. I mean, honestly, just click a link, man. Check it out. Especially if you guys are enjoying this content. That way we can produce more content, and that way we can actually earn more money so we could do more things with this content. So we've got NSJ going down for the stream host. Looks like Pop God going to be going down. I don't know how he died of fall damage, but he is going to go down. So we got Oreo, JBTWs. We got Darks and Ziggy. So I believe it's a 2v3 situation here. Okay, that's going to be Tonka going down to Darks. Ziggy in the box. Ziggy. Oh, looks like he's going to choke. Whoever that player was in the box just absolutely choked that. I don't know what they were doing, but Ziggy had very open and clear shots on him and just absolutely dominating with the AR shots there. He did miss a couple, so that doesn't really scream cheats to me, honestly. But we're going to have to see, as, it does seem a little suspicious from my POV. I'm going to be real honest there, guys. We're going to look into this just right now. I'm going to make a final decision. But that's the official matchup. Right there. Let's see. 1 second, guys. Of course, we will go ahead and check this out. So people are saying he's full cheating. No, I don't think he was cheating. It did seem a little weird that first round that he was tracking through a cone. That you guys saw that up on the broadcast when I first said something. It did seem a little weird. But yeah, we're going to be going ahead and seeing some more. So this is also why we stream the events. That way people can go ahead and clip cheaters and go ahead and be like, hey, this guy's cheating, man, and go ahead and send it to our moderators, and then we can set it up through our system that we have in place to officially get these guys removed from our events and stuff like that. So that's going to be the official match there. Let's see, finalists. Match 3 goes to team 2 Ziggy's team. Ziggy will be viewed by our staff and moderation after the event is concluded. Okay, so those did officially go through. So that's going to be something going on here. So of course, we're going to be going ahead and heading into the next matchup. So we've got, let's see, let's match up. So Downloads, documents. Sorry guys, I'm kind of scrolling through my PC real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and head into the actual bracket and see what we got up next, guys. Alright guys, so we are officially here with our bracket here. So we've got the official bracket. So you guys can see right here, we've got the Nets to matchup that is ready to go. And we're going to be advancing this Nets matchup as well. So that's going to be, that was, believe, yeah, I'd rather lie. That was their matchup. And then, of course, final score was 3-1. So they moved on. Or 3-2, sorry about that. 3-2. So we had very close matches, so go ahead and start off here. Obviously, we had a team that did not show, so if you guys did miss that, you guys can go ahead and go back into the broadcast and head into there and get all that figured out. Anyways, guys, we've got Kreta, Zix, and Aimprod versus Akira, Drum, and Void up next into the semifinals here. We're going to try to speed run this as we head into the very Nets matchup here. Okay, so let's go ahead and pass out codes, and we'll go ahead and I'll see you guys in the next screen here. Okay, so we're finally back here. We're going to be going ahead and passing this. We'll be going into the next one and passing the next. Passing the next thing, which is the Kreta's team. We're going to go ahead and pass it to someone on their team. And then Akira's team, so... Okay, so codes are going out currently as we speak. And then we'll go ahead and begin. That's a good question, actually. Okay. So, guys, there will be a few quiet moments throughout broadcast, of course, where, we kind of, sometimes I'll check on my phone, because, of course, your boy's got important life things still going on in the background, and your boy's got a social life outside of 1v1.LOL, especially as a grown adult. If you don't got a social life out of 1v1.LOL, what are you doing, man? Go outside, go hang out with people, go, I don't know, go play sports, do something, connect with some people. I don't know, you can connect on people on .lol and then go ahead and meet them in person. Okay, that sounds a little weird. Actually, don't do that unless you actually know the person, and they're not some creep weirdo or somebody trying to meet you and kidnap you or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just kind of yapping. So hold on one sec, guys. So we're kind of waiting for everybody to join on in here. I'm into the lobby. We'll go ahead and swap screens while I am settling this in the background. Okay. So we are officially back here and ready to officially, well, not begin, but officially give our predictions here. So my prediction for this matchup, like I said, I had Kreta's team taking the entire thing. So we're going to have to see. And obviously, this is going to be my prediction. Kreta's team is going to win this matchup against the other team here. So once they all get in here, we'll go ahead and get started. We're just waiting on the, I believe, players from both, or one team, actually, to arrive. I believe that's Kreta's team. That'd be pretty bad if we had them to win. And then they didn't show. So we'll go ahead and they're on 1v1.lol. So we're gonna have to see and give them an extra minute to put a log on. We'll go ahead in the meantime, check out the chat, catch up with everything. Okay. 1 second, guys. Yeah. Now that we got that situation all figured out and everything. Okay, so we got the teams here. I believe that's Credit's team that has finally arrived. So, of course, boys, it is still first to three. We're going to be going ahead and heading into this next matchup here. So many left. I'm not sure who that was. And that's its own for curiosity. We'll wait an extra second for them to join back. And, of course, we will move on. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So, sorry, a lot of people asking about the cheating thing and people thinking that he is cheating. Somebody crashed the game. Interesting. Never mind. Okay, no, the game was just tabbed out and wasn't working. Let's go ahead and head into it, boys. We got everybody here. Why are we going to make everybody wait? No point in making anybody wait. I believe we have an extra person in here, actually. Yeah, we have an extra person in here. I don't know who the person is in here that is not supposed to be in here. Not supposed to be 9 people. Only 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So there's somebody that's trying to join behind this other guy over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. We got 8 in here. There we go. Okay. So these are all the correct people here. Okay. Of course, we will go ahead and move along with this matchup. Somebody might be lagging out here. I'm not sure. It might just be taking forever to load in. Let's see. Like I said, guys, obviously we only share the code to certain people. So obviously, if the code is mishandled, then that person who the code is handed to is responsible. Here we go. Okay, so we've got NSJ and myself taking ourselves out, so we can go ahead and get into this fabulous gameplay that has been displayed so far from all these teams that are participating in this event today. So if you guys did not know and you guys were not here earlier, we had a team who actually went ahead and participated fairly. I believe there's a player that actually froze and is actually in the back of zone. I think Drum is bugged out. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. So Drum's just gonna have to sit out here. I don't know what the heck's going on. He's stuck in zone somehow. Okay, we'll figure that out once we get to it. But anyways, boys, we will continue to cast because, of course, if this is the official match, we don't want to have no gassing with it. So we've got Unmatched, who is a part of Team Black, and we've got Aim Fraud here up ahead of zone. I believe Drum did get these zone bugs, like he's stuck all the way in the back. Of course, if it comes down to final zone, we will go ahead and move him, or we will give it to the other team. So here we go. We got Credit's team from the high ground, drop it on down. That's going to be Unmatched and then Void. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Creta going to be dropping down towards that low ground, trying to be looking for an Elim here. That's going to be Akira getting a shot back onto him. We've got Drum trying to move ahead. Drum can't really do much here since he is not technically in the right zone. So I have to see if he does do any damage here. Because if he does, it's not. Oh, that's another thing is that he is, yeah, he's in the back of zone. So the other round, so this round will go to Aim Fraud in them. I'm going to point that out right now. You're not redoing this round, guys. This is a test event, so we're not really going to be spending time, redoing rounds and stuff like that. So, of course, this round will go to Aim Fraud in them. Okay, 1 second. Let me let them or notify them. Okay, there we go. Next, here we go. Alrighty, guys, so we got that all figured out. So, of course, guys, like I said, sometimes I'll be figuring this out in the Discord in between matches and what's going on and stuff like that. So, of course, sometimes we might have hiccups. Sometimes we may not have hiccups. I don't know. I'll have to see. Somehow I'm getting notifications again on my Discord, and it's really annoying. I don't know why it's going off, but I don't know why people are adding me to group chats without my permission. Of course, in the future, I will be telling people to not add me to group chats without my permission. Okay, I will figure that out after. Anyways, we've got a match getting a snipe shot onto a player there. Not exactly sure who that was, but player, I believe that was Akira, because Akira's HP is fairly low and he got headshotted, so it does match up. You got Akira dropping on down, so that's going to be Drum and Unmatched actually trading there. They're going to be trading, and now we got these other players all trying their best to try to, catch back up and get these shots off. So we got Void. Void going ahead. Void trying to catch up onto the high ground, take the high ground, hold the high ground. And now we've got Aim Fraud down the low ground here. So we're going to go back up to Void, see if there's any action going on here. We're going to try to see, I believe that's Akira. It's Akira trying to take on Void, even though Akira is pretty low HP. That's a pretty ballsy move, honestly. Oh, that's Credit. Sorry, that's Credit that's up there. Those POVs honestly looked almost the same or identical. Okay, so Credit. Credit moving along. Okay, pump shot. Nothing coming out of it. Okay. Okay, that's going to be Zone taking Kreta. So Kreta going to be going down to Zone. Now we've got Aim Fraud versus Void in a 1v1 situation. Aim Fraud going to be sticking to the zone till last second. So Aim Fraud going to be coming out on top there. Just sticking it in towards the end there and just sticking it out so they can go ahead and take it that round. So it's going to be Aim Fraud's team taking yet another round here. Drum's team currently down 2-0. We're going to go ahead and move on into this next little area of games and possibly the very end of this matchup. So we're going to have to see. Like I said, guys, I believe that Credit's team was going to officially win this. So no such party. Apparently there was a bug. So let's go ahead and send out the code again. Or new code, sorry. New code. Go ahead and send this on over. Notes. Chats. Sorry, guys. Okay. I believe Kira and Greta. And our stream host will obviously need the code as well. Okay. Okay, I don't know why this is a thing. Apparently this is just bugging. I'm always typing 50 instead of 15. Okay, so we're getting this all set up. While we're getting this all set up, of course, we will go ahead and address some things going on in Discord. Okay, guys, so potentially the final game here. So gonna have to see if Drum's team can go ahead and come out on top. If they don't come out on top, then we'll have to see if they can go ahead and come back out on top in a later event. If they play together again, I don't know. Second, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm going to go back here, guys. That round does not count. Unfortunately, someone did force start this game, so the rules were not set up correctly. Okay, guys, so without, with all these little disruptions that we're having, all right, guys, here we go. Okay, we're waiting on everybody to join on back. I believe everybody is here, so let's go ahead and get going. Okay. Sorry, guys, had to interrupt that player's builds a little bit while I'm trying to get through. Okay, so NSJ does go down, and that is me as well, as we are hosting here in this official matchup. So we've got Void, couple of shots coming out, couple of AR shots. Looks like Akira going to be getting an elim, and that's going to be Drum getting elimed. Looks like a 2v1 trade right there. So now it's a 1v2 situation, as you've got, I believe that's Aim, or is that Aim Fraud, sorry. Aim Fraud, and then we have Akira and Void. Sorry, guys, I don't really know the teams off the top of my head. Teams change so much, it's kind of hard to, memorize it in 2 seconds, especially when you're going through so many teams in a single tournament. So, alrighty, well, based off of context, obviously we've got Akira. I believe it's Akira and I believe that's Void. Akira and Void on the same team. Players all getting chopped here. So Aim Fraud going to be shooting on down. Or not Aim Fraud, Void. Aim Fraud going to be dropping on down. Akira down on the low ground. Going to be looking at Aim Fraud, and Aim Fraud going to be going down to Akira Snipe. Akira is very well known for his snipes. So you guys don't know who Akira is. Bro is absolutely goated with the snipes. And it looks like Akira and them are going to clutch around to continue keeping this alive. So we're going to be going ahead and seeing what the future matches hold for us here in this matchup. So, like I said, guys, we're going to be trying our best to try to move this as quickly as possible, as we are barely getting through our first matchup of the semifinals, and then we still got finals to go. We don't really want these events to run too long, especially since they're just test events. We really don't want events to go this long as it's running right now, especially with little disruptions in between. And we were missing a matchup at the start, so we wouldn't even be at this point if we had all the matches played. So, yeah, we're making adjustments. All these test events are giving really good feedback. Of course, we will deal with the cheating situation. We will make sure to deal with the people or the zone glitch situation and adding that into our rules for the official events. And then, of course, we will also be dealing with the, of course, the force start situation, like adding that into our rules officially. I want to make it to where both teams will be disqualified if a player continues to 4-star over and over again, because them doing that just delays everything. And also, if you get rid of both or threaten to get rid of both teams, nobody will want to do it again. So, anyways, Aim Fraud's team going to be looking on up. Void up on the high ground. You got Unmatched down on low ground. Drum up on the mid. So you've got players in very different positions playing separately from each other. I don't know why these teams are playing so separately. It's kind of weird, honestly. You would need to be playing a little bit closer together. Of course, guys, energy armor is currently allowed in these test events. Of course, if energy armor is proven to be a little too powerful, we will, of course, remove energy armor. We kind of want to add it as a passive heal. That way people can get heals mid-round, to get some tags, get some, I don't know, just kind of play with the energy armor a little bit, come up with strategies to use that energy armor. And of course, if it's OP, we'll go ahead and remove it. That's the only reason we would remove it. If it's weak and it doesn't really affect it that much, then obviously we'll just keep it in the game or in the matchups. If you guys are wondering why the HP is regenerating, you guys now know why. So Unmatched going to get a snipe off there. Nice little 217 onto the player. I'm not sure who he hit. It was Void, according to his HP. Looks like Void. I guess. A little under the weather. Okay, so we're getting into the final zone here. All players converging in onto each other. Void going to be getting Elim. The Elim happening there. Everybody's dropping down. Nobody has zone glitch. Elim's coming out left and right. It looks like the players with 2 remaining. That's going to be Aim Fraud's team coming out on top. And that's going to be 3-1 in the final series here for this first semifinals matchup. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and head back to the bracket and go ahead and talk about what's going to be coming up next after we announce the moves for this next setup here. So, of course, somebody is calling me now. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay. Let's go ahead and head into the next matchup. So we're going to leave that lobby, boys. Go ahead and look into the bracket. So I'll meet you guys over at the bracket. Okay, guys, we're back here with the bracket. And officially, we're going to be going ahead and talking about what's going to be going on next. So, of course, we had a 3-1 game set. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1. So they're going to be moving on to finals. Credit Ziggs and Aim Fraud, obviously my favorites here to win this tournament, did officially move on. So we're going to have Coach NSJ, Ormy, Darks versus Ziggy, who was playing at Rather Live, JBTWs, and Tonka. So let's go ahead and head into these final matchups here. Final 2 matchups. Let's see. So, hand out that. Hand out this to today's team. Oh, excuse me, guys. Bit of a burp there. That was a pretty nice one, honestly, if you guys ask me. 15, 1, and 0. Come on, guys. And also, guys, if you guys did not know, some of these broadcasts will actually be adding challenges and actually a halftime show for some of these broadcasts that we will be doing. So we will actually collaborate with some of these team captains and stuff like that to work with times that actually work well with the broadcast, and then we will broadcast some of those games weekly. Of course, that will be during the league. When that is going on, we will have a full explanation video that will be going up onto the YouTube channel, my League Raiders YouTube channel. And the full explanation for how the league and how broadcasting will work will actually have its own dedicated video and the socials video we're going to be posting, which will explain what we're going to be streaming on, what we're going to be uploading on, what we're going to be uploading, the type of content that will happen during the broadcast, and of course broadcast information will also be up on there as well. So you guys will go ahead and see all that. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Go ahead and make sure you guys have notifications on as well. Those notifications will help out a lot if you guys are looking for new information or new matchups to watch, or anything you guys want to see 1v1.LOL Summer League related, 1SL related. You guys will most definitely want to go check all that out. But anyways, boys, we are just waiting here on the final matchup. So let's go ahead and swap screens, and while we're waiting for that, we'll go ahead and see what's going on in the lobby. Okay, guys, so we are back here into the lobby. So, of course, this lobby is being currently set up. We are still waiting on players to officially go ahead and start up. So we got 1, 2, 3. I believe we have one of the teams officially here, and then we are missing one player from the other team. I believe that is what's going on here, because we have Green and Cyan as the different teams, and then we have NHA and myself. We're just waiting on one final person. So, of course, while we are waiting, we will go ahead and chat about the most recent matchups. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So, of course, if you guys just missed it, the final bracket will be posted, so you guys can go ahead and review this on your own if you guys want to follow along while I talk about this. But in the first matchup, we had Kira's team move on because Shai's team did not arrive. Then in the second matchup, we had someone's team just go down to Coach NSJ's team just in the second or in the first round there. So they advanced into semifinals where they are going to be playing against Ziggy's team now, which Ziggy's team did advance from that first round against David's team in a very close matchup as well, at a 3-2 win coming out from them. So obviously a very dominant performance coming out. Ziggy honestly kind of carrying his team when it comes to their team. And then when it comes to the other teams, Credit, Zix, and Aim Fraud, they were obviously they dominated that next semifinals round and they got themselves into the finals. Obviously they had a bye round, so they were into the semifinals automatically, since there was an odd amount of teams, 17 to be exact, into the bracket. So and I have to see who they eventually meet out of this matchup. Coach NSJ, Army and Darks versus I'd Rather Lie, JBTWs, and Tonka. So we're going to have to see how this officially turns out. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So we're going to go ahead and check up on the Discord and see what's cracking there. And of course, if somebody does not join up, we'll go ahead and see. Okay. Second, guys, I'm trying to check and see. Okay, here we go. My bad, guys. So the official count is correct because the stream host is the player now. He's back as a player again, so that kind of confused me. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so officially, we're going to be going ahead and moving on into this next matchup here. So if you guys were not here just a second ago, we have JBTW, Ziggy, Tonka versus NSJ, Darks, or not Darks, Wooter, and Vibes. Sorry, I keep getting Darts and Wooter confused because they switched their signups, and yeah, it just got a little confusing again. Anyways, so we got JBTWs looking for a sniper onto the high ground. Ziggy trying to get another angle here as well. Seeing whether or not players are going to be able to get this official matchup going. Okay, so Tonka's team and everybody. We got NSJ up on the high ground. Snipe shot coming out. Not going to connect there though, so NSJ just missing. We're going to be seeing if NSJ can carry that momentum from last round and see if Ziggy's team can carry their momentum from last round. Obviously, you love to see the competition, and it looks like Vi's going to pick off Ziggy, so Ziggy going to be going down. Right after I say that, apparently I have bad luck. I got a curse going on, because every time I say somebody's name, they just get elimed or something bad happens. So we got JBTWs up next. And, oh, looks like Wooter going to be going down to Tonka. Tonka taking advantage of the situation that was going on down there. We got a 2v2 situation. NSJ going on down, trying to catch this other player off guard. Okay, we got 2 more players down the low ground, trying to box up together. We got JBTWs, and that's going to be Tonka going down. Tonka's going to go down to NSJ, who boosts up into the box. And then we got NSJ picking off JBTWs, getting a dub, and getting that first statement out of this matchup, showing why they should be moving on into the finals here of this first test event of the 1v1.LOL Summer League. I guess you could say preseason. No official name to it yet. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and head into the next matchup, or not the next matchup, next game of this round. So let's go ahead and let's see if everybody's actually in here. So we go ahead and get started right away. Like I said, we're going to be working like a firecracker, going in between, boom, 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 so that way we don't waste people's time, especially since people got exams and stuff coming up. Everybody should be focusing on studying, but of course, come and stop by, play in our very short events in between your breaks and stuff like that, because of course you shouldn't be sitting there and constantly stressing yourself. If you guys would like to relax, go ahead and game a little bit, spend that time with us over at the 1v1.LOL Summer League. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop that like and subscribe button. Even if you guys spend that time while you guys are even studying and you guys have something up in the background, go ahead and put on the 1v1.LOL Summer League events and broadcasts, and you guys can watch that in the background. That way you guys can see what's going on, keep up with these storylines, keep up with all these players, see what's going on, and see what new rules and stuff are added later on into the official 1v1.LOL Summer League official Google Doc. Yes, we use Google Docs for pretty much everything. If you guys don't know me, man, Google Docs are such a big thing for me. All right, so we have early action. So I'm going to try to die here quickly. So there's no timer. A lot of people love to get early action going. It looks like Ziggy going to be getting that first elim, but Ziggy going to be going down. Wooter automatically getting that revenge for NSJ there. Vibe's going to be getting absolutely beamed by Tonka. Tonka going to be taking advantage of Vibe sitting out in the open right there. Oh, but Tonka's going to get beamed back, so Tonka trying his best to just try to trade back. And looks like he accidentally took a little bit of damage there, losing all of his shield. Wooter trying his best as well. So we got JBTW is looking for a sniper shot potentially here onto Wooters. Wooter going to take off on Tonka, and Tonka going down to Wooter. Wooter has 2 elims at this point, guys. Sorry, guys. I think my AC is also... Jesus. I think my AC is blowing like allergies or like pollen, so I'm getting allergies right now. Okay, so Vibe's going to be looking ahead and on down here. Wooter as well. And it looks like Wooter going to be picking off the elim, and that's going to be JBTW's going down, and Wooter absolutely dominating that round, taking all 3 players down, getting that revenge for NSJ, and then obviously clearing that statement by not even letting them get a single elim out of his other teammates. Just absolute W from Wooter here. Wooter doing very well. Seems like he's going to be the carry here so far throughout this tournament. And hopefully he continues to do that. That way they can move on into finals, because obviously Ziggy was accused. If you guys missed that earlier, Ziggy was accused of cheating earlier. And obviously, like I said before, we will be reviewing that after the event ends. But if he gets elims here, fat chance that he even was cheating in the first place, because if you are cheating and still losing, I'm not really sure what to say. That's interesting. Okay, so obviously JBTW's one of his kills, obviously not going to count towards the final count, but doesn't really matter. Alrighty, so we got a little bit of action. It's like JBTW is going to be taking quite a bit of damage there. You got Ziggy. Okay, Ziggy's going to be looking ahead here. Whoa, that's cheats. That's cheats. I don't know. That's cheats. That's cheats. That's cheats. I don't know. I don't know about that one, guys. That was a little sus, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go ahead and stick and watch Ziggy's POV. Getting some shots through. I mean, those look like average shots, but that tracking before just seems just very, very weird, guys. Yeah, I don't really see. Yeah, no, I mean, either way, they still won that round. So, I mean, I obviously did see cheating right there. So, I believe that they're just going to go ahead and move on. NSJ getting all 3 elims. So, let's go ahead and talk about that. Even though he's cheating, and it looks like he's cheating, we're going to go ahead and remove him from the event. Let's see. Let's see. One second, guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and officially announce what the next move is going to be here. So, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove Ziggy's team's roles, whoever's on Ziggy's team. So get rid of him. Go ahead and get rid of who is on Ziggy's team as well. JBTWs. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the other person who's also on there as well. So all those people have been removed. Unfortunately, even if those players weren't involved in that cheating, it still does not matter because we move on, man. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and advance and move everybody on here. So we're gonna be going ahead and advancing, and we've got these Nets matchup that's gonna be going into the grand finals. So of course we'll be counting this as a two, we'll count it as a 2-0 because they were cheating, or we'll just count it as 3-0. But anyways, guys, obviously we're going to be going ahead and heading to grand finals now. Or I guess finals, not grand finals. Ain't nothing grand about a pre-test cup, but yeah, I digress. Let's go ahead and check out this Nets bracket, boys. Sorry, guys, I think I inhaled like a bunch of dust from my AC. It's literally right here, like right next to me, and it's blowing right at me. I inhaled a bunch of dust, I believe, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, figure that out. Figure that out later. But I have the water that's been saving me. I'm constantly coughing. So I've been dying for the past couple minutes. If you guys hear that throughout, I apologize. Also, my mic is too loud. Let me know in the comments. I will try my best to, balance audio. Okay. Anyways, boys, so we moved on in that bracket, like I said before. The bracket has been officially moved on. Now we got Creta, Zix, and Namefraud versus NSJ, Hormy, and Darks here. So we're going to be going ahead and passing along those codes. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So obviously we're going to be going ahead and moving along. Okay. All right, guys, let me go cough over there real quick. I will be right back. Let's go ahead and swap to the official screen, and we'll wait for everybody to join up. My bad, guys. Muted. I had to go wash my face real quick. I don't know. I was coughing like crazy, and I was coughing everywhere. I was like, messy, man. It's dirty. Gotta clean myself. So we got a person in here with a random name. Hold on one second, Butch. 1 second. All right, so I have now figured out that all that coughing, I believe I got food poisoning. The boy just threw up. So I know it's a bit TMI, but that's why I've been going in and out. My bad, guys. Continue with the broadcast. He hasn't tried to skip ahead a little bit. 1 second, let me let everybody know. Okay, so I believe your boy got food poisoning. Not good. Not good. Because I did have alcohol yesterday, but that's usually I don't never throw up having alcohol. I believe it's the combination of stuff that I had, plus I believe something was bad that I ate. So yeah, not a good combination there. I'm gonna make sure to throw out that leftover food that I had. Oh boy. Okay, but we're here. We're live. Or not live, but a live. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's a person that's supposed to be here. So let me get started, guys. Okay. Those burps are dangerous because they could be throw up at any second. Okay. If I need to run off, guys, I apologize. Bit of a nightmare for a first round, huh? Okay. Okay, guys, so we've got the final matchup here. If you guys were not here just a second ago, and if you guys were not here while we were talking about the bracket before, not a second ago, before I went to go take my break and stuff like that, we have unmatched Aim Fraud, Greta versus Wooter, NSJ, and another player on their team. I forget the names, man. Those sidetracked. There's so much stuff going on in the background. It's kind of hard to remember the full teams if they're not all live. Alrighty, so Creta gonna be dropping on down towards that low ground area, gonna be trying to catch an Elam here. They've already caught one player, so that's already a player down, but now it's down to the last two in a 3v2 situation. Wooter gonna be trying his best to just hold his own here in the finals while all this stuff is going on. So Wooter gonna go on out. Gonna build up and out of that situation there. Okay, unmatched going ahead here as well. Player in the box, so it's like unmatched gonna be getting a pump shot as the player is boosting on through, so that's Creta taking quite a bit of damage. That's gonna be Wooter going on down at the very end there, and that's gonna be Creta picking up that Elam, so they can go ahead and get that 1-0 lead so far in this finals matchup. Let's go ahead and head into the Nets game here and get Discord notifications from one of my moderators. So I gotta check one of those out. Let's check this out. 1 second. All right, interesting. That's crazy. Okay, so your boy was right. So just breaking news coming out from the Discord. So unfortunately, so JBTWs has been banned for the season, as well as Ziggy banned for the season, as well as Tonka banned for the season. All three of them were colluding, and one of them had cheats, and they were all colluding and talking about how they were hiding cheats and saying, "Don't say you have cheats." So all three of them got banned. Okay, maybe not Jay. I'm getting word that Jay did not know. Wait, what the heck just happened? Okay, so game one concluded. Now that we got all that figured out, so breaking news. So actually, Jay did get banned because then he threatened to run on alt accounts and try to mess things up in the background. So Jay has also been removed. So all these, it's just absolutely insane to me that people cheat in 1v1.LOL. Crazy concept in the first place. Cheating in general is just a crazy concept. But cheating in .lol just got to be a new level of down horrendously. Being down horrendously. So of course, if you guys love this drama, you guys want to keep up with these storylines, keep up with what's going on in the community, make sure you guys drop a like and sub, because obviously all this juicy drama does not come for free, man. It's coming out of my pocket, coming out of my time. Time is money, and money is time, I guess you could say, technically. Because they equal each other. I don't know. Whichever way you want to say it. whichever way you want to put it. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and continue into this matchup here. So NSJ's team is currently down by 1 up to Aim Fraud's team. So we're going to be seeing if they can advance here. Okay. So NSJ and his trio are going to be sitting up on height. This is the first time you've actually really seen teams actually fully play together. Usually there's one player like kind of just running around. But we are in the finals here, so obviously these players know that each other are very skilled. Looks like Wooter going to pick off Kreta, though. I don't even know where the heck that Elim even came from. What angle did he have to even hit that? I didn't even see. Okay, so Wooter obviously showing why he is very much the person who is carrying this time around. Wooter spraying. Back of zone. Catching that player in the back of zone. Vibes trying to get that Elim. NSJ trying to get that Elim. They're all fighting for that Elim, and the final player is going to go down. So now it's going to be a 1-1 situation here, guys. Now we're going to be heading into game 3. Let's see how this all turns out, guys. Like I said, Wooter obviously got to be the undisputed MVP of Coach NSJ's team at this current moment. Obviously, Coach NSJ did have that one pop-off round you guys saw earlier at the broadcast or earlier in the other matchup. But just absolutely amazing gameplay. Like I said, I'm very much an underdog team. And like I said at the very start, I can see this team advancing, especially since I know that some of these players like Coach NSJ, Vibes, and I believe Wooter is Shinx now. Now that I think about it, I believe it's Shinx. And all these players, very good players. So we have to see what this final matchup comes down to as we come down to the final wire of a 1-1 matchup so far. I don't think we've had a single matchup that was a landslide so far. Except for the cheaters, but they got banned. So that's a little different. So obviously, catching people cheating and whatnot is obviously something you never want to see. And obviously, I don't owe an apology to David's team because obviously I couldn't confirm nor deny whether they were cheating yet. But obviously, the second we saw that they were cheating, we got rid of them. So the second it became blatant. Because we don't want to just ban people right off the bat without even knowing whether they're cheating or not. But obviously, you figured that out. We're Sherlock Holmes over here. Alrighty, so heading back into the actual broadcast of things. So NSJ going to be getting snipe shot from, I believe that's Greta that got that snipe shot actually. That's a player going down. I believe that's Aim Fraud getting the Elim on the Vibes getting caught lacking. And they're both going to spray down. Wooter might make the same mistake that Vibes did as they're both taking that same peek. Player trying to get into the box. NSJ going down. That's going to be Aim Fraud picking up NSJ. We're going to try to catch his action here. Wooter, the final person on his team, trying to clutch this up. Wooter going to be going ahead. He goes up towards the high ground. Wooter kind of trying to, keep his composure here as he's in a 3v1 situation. Gets into the box. Gets a couple of shots, but no, he's going to die to fall damage. Falls right through his build, and unfortunately, Wooter goes down, and that makes it a 2-1 series here as we're heading into this finals. This may potentially be the final game. So if you guys have not yet, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notifications. You guys are updated on whenever anything goes on 1v1.LOL Summer League related up here on the YouTube channel. Or if you guys want to do that on the other socials, go ahead and do that as well. And especially if you guys want to join the Discord to keep updated on when these events take place, so you guys can go ahead and register and play yourselves. Make sure you guys do all of that. And make sure you guys participate in these events because you guys are most definitely going to want to be a part of this, especially for times to come. If people come and look back at this and in the future and be like, hey, this was amazing, this was a prime of 1v1.LOL in this summer of 2025, and you guys can be a part of it here. So if you guys want to go ahead and be a part of that $550 prize pool, you guys are most definitely want to go ahead and check that out. And if you guys haven't yet, go ahead and check out that trailer video we dropped, because we dropped our official trailer that announced the actual prize pool and everything like that. Make sure you like it and share it. So let's go ahead and let's head into the next matchup, potentially last matchup here, between these two absolute titans of teams in this matchup here. Okay, so let's see if Wooter and NSJ, who have been carrying up to this point, Vibes has been there and doing damage, but I believe those two have just been an absolute standout this time around. We're going to have to see how they're going to stand out in these later rounds, especially with the match on the line and the tournament on the line. Going to have to see. Yes, we got Unmatched. So Unmatched going to be looking on up. Trying to get a snipe shot. Be a little conservative to making sure to take his time. Does get the snipe shot. Gets a couple of AR shots as well. Good shots coming up from Unmatched there. He's perfectly timing it, honestly. Kind of just spraying through and then hoping that his attacks still go through, and they do. 217 onto NSJ. Catches him off guard. Man, unmatched. Absolutely showing why his aim is unmatched. Because he is absolutely just connecting these shots. Tries to get on the Wooter, but fortunately just misses the shot. Then almost perfect to this point. Gets a nice 108 on the Wooter right before the build goes up. 251 coming up from unmatched. Okay, aiming in. Snipe shot coming out. Doesn't hit the snipe shot, but obviously gets the AR shot. And that's going to be the final dub there as Unmatched, Aimfrog, and Creta are your first test event champions of this 1v1.LOL Summer League. I guess you can call it preseason. And this is the first official broadcast in here, boys. So obviously, we're going to go ahead and talk, or go ahead and head into a final stage where we go ahead and talk about everything, recap the cup and everything that was going on. But first, we're going to go ahead and let everybody know who the winners of the cup were. And then obviously we'll end the bracket and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and head into there and finalize everything. So without further ado, let's go ahead and put that out. So let's go ahead and head here. Hold on, let me go ahead and address something. Somebody's saying, oh, never mind. Okay, here we go. At finalists. Winners of the first full Summer League test events is Team Aimfrog. Congratulations. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and head over to the bracket, finalize everything, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys, we're here with the final bracket here. So, something going on in the background. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Somebody started the match when I'm not, trying to be there. Okay, so we are going to be heading into the final little bit here. Okay, so guys, officially this bracket has officially ended. If you guys have not been here since the start, and if you guys just skipped all the way to the end to see that final matchup, go back, man. You guys missed so much that was going on up in those earlier rounds. We had somebody who was cheating that eventually did get caught, but unfortunately there was a team that they did beat, so I do apologize that we did not catch them sooner, but also I don't apologize at the same time because we don't want to just ban people for a tiny suspicion. If it's very blatant, of course, we will get rid of them, and that's exactly what we did. So we're going to make sure they are gone and out of here. So we have these next teams that obviously moved ahead. So Creta and them took a 3-1 dub at the very end, and they took it all. Obviously, for right now, we don't really have that many prizes or anything like that. We will go ahead and do like a mini shout-out in the Discord to ping everybody about it so they know who won the official cup. But, of course, if you guys want to go ahead and participate in these events yourselves, you guys are going to want to go ahead and join up into the Discord down in the description down below this official broadcast. Go ahead and check out the socials of our streamers who help us out and stream these events when I can't. And obviously, go ahead and follow my socials so you guys can support those streams that I do when the other streamers are not doing them. And of course, we're going to go into our final thoughts here after we go ahead and recap exactly what happened. So pretty much what was going on is we had Akira's team who did advance because Shai's team did not show. Then we had a very close matchup between NSJ and someone's team in a 3-2 matchup. Then we had another close matchup between a 3-2 matchup of Ziggy, Ziggy's team was cheating, and David. So shout out to David and them for keeping up with a cheater, a couple of cheaters actually. So absolutely wild for them. Props to them, obviously. And then NSJ did advance. Their team advanced because Ziggy was caught cheating. So they moved on to the finals. And then, of course, we had the 3-1 finish by Creta and them. But still, Coach NSJ and their team just absolutely just keeping up. Even regardless of the situation and what was going on in these matchups in the tournament, they still kept up. They still continue to absolutely just step up and try to be up and above and beyond all these other players that were in the bracket, especially even against the cheaters. Like, they were up ahead the cheaters even before the cheaters were even disqualified. So big props to them for even getting second. And obviously, my official prediction, my first official prediction, did come true, coming out with Kreta, Ziggs, and Aimfrog taking the dub. Although there was a fight, like I said, these players are amazing. Some of these players obviously are up and coming. Some of these players are still developing. And so if you guys want to keep up with all these storylines, all these developing players, all these players that are absolutely dominating the competition, you guys are going to want to go ahead, drop a like and sub down below. You guys are going to want to go ahead and follow all these links and everything down below as well. And make sure you guys follow all the socials. Make sure you guys are following, because you guys did see that a lot of stuff happened, even stuff that was unscripted technically, because obviously I have like segments where I have something that I will say, but obviously you have things that happen in the Discord that kind of just become unhinged, you know what I mean? Like, especially with the cheating and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and head into the final thoughts and, of course, the end of the broadcast. So let's go ahead and I will meet you guys there at the broadcast page. Okay, so final thoughts. Obviously, we have a few things we need to tweak here in the official 1v1.LOL Summer League rules. We got a couple things. Some main takeaways is that we need to add some more rules for the zone glitch when it's at the beginning of the match, because we have some rules for the end of the match, but not the beginning. So obviously, when Drum had that bug, unfortunately, we had to give the other team that other round because we didn't really have a rule to address it officially. But we will make it to where it is a redo and a future situation. So you guys can go ahead and call this for reference if you guys, if it doesn't get added or something like that by some miraculous reason or something like that. But I am going to be going ahead and adding that into the rules later today or later on. I don't know, whenever. Obviously, it should be earlier before this video is posted, because this video is going to be posted. Hopefully, I can get it up by tomorrow. That's the hope. But no promises here, guys. And also heading into talking about some of the other things that happen, obviously with the cheating stuff, guys, like we just don't want cheaters. We have a situation, or we have a system that will be making it as cheater free as possible. And as you guys see, we already caught cheaters before I even entered it into the system that we have. So obviously I will be keeping an eye out as well. I have a very keen eye. I've been hosting, like I said at the very beginning of the broadcast, I've been hosting since December of 2021, guys. Like I've been here for a very long time. I can somewhat tell. Obviously, I don't have a perfect eye. There are some people who have a lot better of an eye than I do when it comes to that. And for the most part, I mean, I can sniff it out sometimes, man. And I just did today. So you guys saw it. You guys can definitely clip it, look at it. Also, if you guys are interested in using some of this VOD, go ahead and do it, man. Just make sure you guys credit me down below if you guys are going to use the VOD. Even if you don't credit me or my channel, go ahead and credit the 1v1.LOL Summer League. That way people can go ahead and look it up, check out our socials, drop a like and sub, and also turn on notifications and stuff like that. So you guys can go ahead and have more competitions, more cash cups, more future events. Obviously, this pops off, guys. We will continue to go through with the 1v1.LOL League through different seasons. We'll have a fall league. We'll have a winter league. We'll go into a spring league. We'll go into summer again next year. I don't know. Maybe revive the game on our own. I don't know. That's just kind of wishful thinking, especially with how this game has become in its state. But of course, during the summertime, it's always fun to run events. So of course, your boy's going to always come back during the summertime whenever I can, and try to host the best events to the best of my ability, and try to keep up with the best, most high quality professional events. So without further ado, boys, that's pretty much going to do it for the broadcast. If you guys want to catch me live next week, go ahead and follow my Twitch down below. And we'll also be simultaneously streaming on YouTube. That way you guys can go ahead and keep the VOD. If that changes or anything like that, they will be updated in the Discord. So make sure you guys join that Discord down in the description down below, the 1v1.LOL Summer League Discord. And if you guys want to check out my regular socials to watch my regular YouTube videos, you guys can go ahead and do that in the official Elite Raider Community Discord server. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching today's broadcast. And later, guys.